Hey Priya, I'm going to start in a couple minutes, let a few more people get on here. We have a very important discussion tonight, and I hope people will chime in. I have a pretty outrageous title to my Periscope video podcast live I'm going to do tonight. And keep on a second. I feel like I got this one light over here way too bright. Back, you got this way too reflecting. Yeah, I might just kill you. Alright. How's that? I think that's a little bit better. Alright. We'll get this thing going in just a few minutes. And hello everybody. What's up, real thing? Yo. We're going to get this thing going on here. Am I too bright? I feel like there's a lot of white light. And talking about racism. I don't want to be too white tonight, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, what's up, Stephanie, Priya? Get a couple more people on here. I've been teasing I was going to do this all day. My wife has been talking about I should do a video every day because I'm so outspoken about politics right now. All right, woo-hoo. You're going to love this because basically I'm idealistically centrist. And I think the extreme left, the extreme right have been screaming loud so long. Us, like crazy folks in the middle, need to get loud. That's what I'm saying. We're going to get loud in the middle tonight because I'm going to talk about two things. Something that was said in the news today and something that is said almost all the time. And blah, blah, blah. While we're waiting for everybody to get in here, for those who don't know me, I am an actor in New York City. I'm a comedian. I do improv comedy. I've been on TV a couple times. But this past year, I've been busier than ever. In the middle of we're gonna. Yeah, I know you're that white comedian. I'm that guy. Grew up a Republican in a Republican family, suburban outside of D.C. Became an actor and was surrounded by liberals that are always saying, "Hey, all Republicans are racist. How can you be Republican?" I was even waiting tables in D.C. in the mid to late 90s. I had 4 interns from the Clinton White House who I think may have been Monica Lewinsky. And what they said to me, "Oh, you're way too nice. How can you be Republican?" I grew up in a Republican household, and I think the extreme statements by so many saying that all Republicans are racist. I knew I wasn't racist. I was Republican. But skip ahead now, 18 years later. That was like 97, 98. 18 years, no, not even 95, 96. 20 years later, I've completely come around. The only reason I am not a card-carrying Democrat, thank goodness Republicans, because Hillary is an absolute criminal. Okay, we'll get to that. So, wait, you think, I'm not sure if you're, now the problem with Twitter, I can't tell between sarcasm or no, however, not traditional. I'm not the kind of guy that grew up in such a crazy right-wing household that I ran to Hollywood and said, "Oh my God, I have to be extremist left now to compensate." I would say they were centrist right, although they've said things at different times that were, you know, white humor, right? What white people say at the bar when nobody else is around, they think it's funny because they've had a few drinks. And I've been like, I don't think that's funny. I'm not going to complain to you. So the reason I'm doing this podcast, let's get right to it. I think we got a few people on here. Right about now, as I'm actually going to download this thing and call this the actual video I put up on YouTube later. Today, Kathy Miller, who's the Ohio campaign chair for Donald Trump, said that there was no racism in America before Obama became president. And that was a crazy, crazy, outrageous statement. And I have to just get on this. And again, I hate statements that say all Republicans are racist. However, and one of the reasons why I'm not Republican now, the Republican Party clearly has been hijacked by the alt-right. If you're a hashtag alt-right type listening, I've been having a lot of Twitter battles. So I think the problem is my folks moved to Florida and now they're surrounded by alt-right. So that's the ear that they're being filled their ears with all this nonsense. Did she just arrive on this planet today? So now, not gay, white, not gay. I'm still centrist. I haven't completely gone liberal. However, if you're alt-right and extreme right, or even like centrist right, I think, you think I'm liberal. Yeah, I hate dick. Nothing personal. Although I have a lot of gay friends, not just one. So I'm sympathetic to their cause. I hate bias of any kind. I hate bias. I hate generalities, and that's quite a generality. I hate any general statement that just screams ignorance and sometimes screams hate, even worse. But even just, so here's the thing. In my comedy, I talk about two kinds of people. And real thinking, I'm starting to guess, you're either an asshole or a moron. Those are the two kind of people in this world. And I think we are all some sort of asshole, some sort of moron. Here, follow me on this. Okay. Not everybody wakes up and says, I'm going to go out there and be stupid. I know a lot of really smart morons. I know a lot of nice people who become assholes. I know. I'm getting it straight. Not everybody. There's a lot of nice people in the middle. But I'm in the middle, so I'm going to start screaming about the extremes. I know. What's going on with that? I don't know. Did they win the other day? I was in the bar and they were like tied with Dallas, and I was too busy eating sushi because I'm fat. Not gay, but you're right. I am fat. Yay. I could have been a Redskinette. Hail to the Redskins. A Hoggett, right? No, Hoggett, Redskinette. I could stay on the side, drink beer, and say, yay, go Skins. Hoggett, you actually have to get like work. And I became an actor. I used to be a musician. I got tired of carrying instruments, so I became a musician. So, thanks. Awesome. So, Kathy Miller of the Trump campaign said there was no racism before Obama. And now most people are out there, including Trump's people, are saying, what the fuck? Duh. But can we state the obvious? Obama, a black president in the White House, has made all the crazies, on both sides really, but all the crazies that we haven't heard from in 30 years out. Trump has made them proud to be shitty. Like, it's cool to be shitty all over again. Like, they stopped being shitty in public when there were people and cameras now. And there's two things. Now, people are less afraid to be shitty, and there are more cameras to catch them being shitty. Not in Carolina, apparently, because they had their, the cops had their cameras off, so we have no clue what the fuck happened there. But clearly, racism did not start 8 years ago with Obama becoming president. If that's the reason, I don't even know how you come up with a statement like that and call yourself a leader of any kind. Maybe they forgot, most of the black people that are here, that have been here for generations, their families have been here for generations, are here because some shitty white folk made them come in the first place. And then we were nice enough to free them, but we didn't give them rights as votes. We kept burning them at the stake. We kept beating the shit out of them. And I say we, not all whites, because I hate that. You can't blame everybody. But if you put in their perspective, yeah. So when we started to make laws called civil rights laws, the racists came out of the woodworks, yada, yada. And then it all just it didn't go away. It just went away in the public eye. We had TV shows about it. Cosby made it cool to be rich black, yada yada. We still had all the code speak, right? Yeah, and Cosby was like the person that supposedly fixed racism while raping young actresses. So pros and cons, right? Yeah. So I know it's Monday night with the debates are going to be very interesting. But this whole statement where no racism before Obama. I have known, basically, let's go back to 64 for the nth time. All the racists left the Democratic Party because of LBJ and the Civil Rights Act, right? And holy shit, to give a black man or woman a full vote, they can't be 3/5 anymore. What the fuck are we gonna do? A bunch of stupid shitheads in the bayou can't get work because this black guy actually studied and got a better job. I hate generalities that say, all Republicans are racists. But can we say, you can't judge Cosby for things he did? Yeah, I know. That's very true. That's very true. Raping women was less of an issue in '76. Well, yeah, that's kind of true. And well, New York cops, a lot of it's training, and I'm not even talking about cops. I wasn't even going to talk about cops, but yeah, training. Duh. We shot the terrorist in the leg, and yet they shot these two guys dead. One guy is brain dead. The other guy appears to maybe he was on something, maybe he wasn't. Guy in the helicopter thought he was a bad dude because he was black. The white girl was probably scared. Yada yada yada. Oh yeah. Well, though yeah, the New York cops in Staten Island, but that's Staten Island. I mean, that's like this close to being Mississippi, right? I know. I'm being mean. I mean, it really is the Mississippi of New York City, Staten Island. As it's there's a lot of ignorance in Staten Island. It's like a bad part of Jersey, like just got broken off and floated. So, but yeah. So what do you guys think? So, if you guys heard this statement today, I'm just flabbergasted. I was just going to tweet about it, but somehow 140 calories didn't quite cut it. How can we have a person, any kind of leader, saying such a stupid thing as there was no racism before Obama? We just didn't have a reason as big for all the racists to come out of the woodworks. Then I guess alt-right is the new KKK. They're rebranding themselves to give themselves credence. They have an entire paper whose former editor and boss is now leading the Trump campaign. Breitbart, right? What's his name? I don't even remember his name. Kellyanne Conway. A lot of integrity, but shit. Ann Coulter. Anybody watch that the roast of Rob Lowe with Ann Coulter on there? I can't think for the life of me why the fuck she went on there she put up with all that shit just to say, here's my book. And I don't know who's dumber, Ann Coulter or the producers that put her on, because it was just painful. It wasn't even funny, right? So, guys, listen, I'm not Democrat. I'm not Republican. I am right down the middle, but I'm sorry. I got to vote for Hillary. And unless something crazy happens, right now I'm voting for Hillary because seriously, I mean, and it hurts me that people I love are justifying Trump. Now, I did talk to one person, and she's one of our dear friends. She might be watching today, who's an accountant in Jersey, whose small business clients are all voting for Trump. I think they're voting for Trump because of the old Republican Party line on taxes. I don't trust Trump on that at all, so I don't know how that's going to work. However, the people I've been talking to, their reason they're voting for Trump has nothing to do with taxes. It's either they absolutely hate Hillary because of 30 years of potential allegations that have amounted to zip. I'm not saying she's innocent, but we know Trump is a scumbag. We know Trump is a crook. We know Trump has gotten away with crap. I mean, the kind of stuff that, if his kids... Well, I don't even want to go there. I was going to make a racist statement or anti-racist statement, but but there are people that Trump would not let live in his building who, if they stole $100, would be in jail, and who knows how much money this guy has stolen and fraudulently given away other people's money through his foundation, making it sound like he's being generous, and then taking his foundation money to cover his own legal fees for covering his own fucking ass. And I just, how the GOP, if I was an anti-GOP before, I mean, I voted for Bush twice. You're not talking to a lifelong liberal here. I am not a liberal. But how the GOP, one, put up so many horrible candidates, that's the best we've got, that Trump is what we ended up with? Seriously? So, I'm sorry. GOP's done. Hashtag fail. Hashtag GOP. Hashtag alt-right. And I thought it'd be better to do this because you can choose to watch me or not watch me. Yeah, I am just so fed up right now with the whole process. And it's disgusting. I know. Thank you, Priya, and Lori's, and Stephanie, and who else is still there. Yeah, that's enough. I could go on, and I just don't have. It'd be easier if we had a counterpoint. But again, I hate the reason I'm not a Democrat is the amount of liberals that have told me all Republicans are racist. All Republicans are racist. It is true. The Republican Party has catered to their subset of deplorables to get elected nationally time and time again. And there are Republicans that are in Congress and Senate that are completely racist and completely deplorable and anti-Semitic and in many cases sexist, chauvinist pigs, yada yada. You could go on and on and on. There are them, but that's not all of them. I would argue there are just as many, maybe not just as many. There are plenty of people that are Democrat that I have met, and one of the reasons why I'm probably not DNC gung-ho, that are blatant racists, and they found more power and credence or whatever in the Democratic Party, so they use that to their gain. Both parties are failing the American people. It really is. We need to fix a lot of things, and I don't think either one of these candidates is going to do it. Either way, 4 years later, hopefully we get somebody else in there. Neither one of these guys is going to be great, but I got to go with Hillary. I'm sorry, and I have yet to hear anybody convince me otherwise, because the only arguments I can hear from Trump, even from people I respect that I don't think they're racists, sound questionably racist. Their argument for Trump, he's going to do this, he's going to keep us safe. How? Well, he's going to... I'm sorry. I have not heard a good argument for Trump. I have heard equal arguments against Trump and Hillary. I've heard many more pro-Hillary than pro-Trump. I have not heard one single argument as to why they think Trump is good. They might say, oh, he's strong. Trump's going to be strong. Is he, though? Is he? He's more like one of these bad actors I deal with at auditions all the time, who's completely insecure but overcompensating with ego. Ego and insecurity are equally damaging to the process. And his ego is bigger than anybody else's insecurity I know. And I'm only guessing anybody I know I've ever met who has an ego that huge is fucked up on the inside. Eventually the shit comes out. They are covering for totally small feelings inside because they can't let go. They can't let down that wall and admit to what's really going on. Never mind, the guy doesn't have a fucking clue about anything that we need our president to know about. You can agree or disagree with Hillary's plans, but you can't disagree that she knows pretty much what's going on in the world. She's been everywhere. She's been involved with everything. It's crazy. Anyone who spent so much time trying to discredit a president just because he's black and they think, oh, he's Muslim. Who cares if he's Muslim? They really don't think he was born here, and it's disgusting. So I'm gonna sign out. Hey, if you guys enjoyed it, I want to get involved. I want to do these almost daily and get more people involved, because it's not even so much that I just want to talk and tell you what I think. I really want to have a discussion daily, because the shit in the news, I don't care what channel you're watching, is fucking bullshit. The pundits, the so-called experts, it's fucking bullshit. We need to get an online conversation going, and I hope this is a place where you guys can all chime in. Think of this as like MSNBC Light, but you all get a chance to chime in all the time and talk to each other on the comments there. I'll read as many as I can as I go. I'll babble less and I'll interact a little bit more, but it's good you're doing this broadcast. Thank you, Priya. They keep babbling out of their assholes. I know. I tried doing that once, and I thought like babble would come out, and it turned out it wasn't babble. And this is getting gross. Oh, I'm just gonna stop. I've been told to stop. Never mind. It was like gonna be a bad shark joke, but I won't go there. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. You peace out. I'm gonna go to bed. I've been working hard all day, and hey guys, we have comedy every Saturday, 3 o'clock. Great show tomorrow night. Come on in. You can bring the whole family. It's a lot of fun. Clean comedy, interactive. It's going to be tons of fun. Broadway Comedy Club. Go to 8improv.com and or go to waltfrazier.com. I got information there on it too. We'll see you guys soon. Signing out.